Hey guys. Hey, let me see if I can set up the chat button on here. There it is. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to look at the KB right now to see if you guys are on. I am going to get started. The link is right in the team page. I don't know why it's saying that. This thing is so tricky sometimes. All right, guys. So it is the 28th of the month. It is almost the end of September. It has been a crazy busy month. We had Destin with some of the leaders on our team. We had the opportunity to, travel. And now we have so many kids who are going back to school. They are busy, and we are kind of like playing this game where we're wearing all these different hats, and a lot of us are teachers, and we're back to the classroom, and we just have a lot on our plates. We have a lot going on, and that is when it gets hard. It is hard to think about all of the things that we have to do, all of the things that we have going on in our business, all of the things that are happening right now, and we're trying to make time for, and we're trying to, just hit Success Club, and we're trying to keep up with our challengers, and we're trying to do all these things, and we're getting frustrated, and we're getting to that point where we're like, is this worth it? Is this something that I really think I can do? Is this worth it? And so tonight, I really want to just simplify how we're going to achieve our goals, why it's so important that we focus on those goals. So a couple things that we're going to do a little bit differently tonight that we're going to try out. So, I do the Zoom chats, and they're wonderful, but for some reason my Zoom totally disabled today, and I wasn't really quite sure. My business opportunity call that we just did ended up being really, really well received. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try a team call on Google Hangout. But the Hangout option that we have, if you look in the Knockout Brigade, I put a little comment section, and right in that comment section, it is for you guys to ask questions. It is for you guys to put your scripts in there as we're going along with this call. It's for you guys to ask questions or just give advice or feedback or say, this is the conversation that I'm having with someone right now about Success Club. How should I word this? What should I say? So let's use that as an opportunity and sort of a diving point for us to be able to chat a little bit more. So I am going to do some slides tonight. So let me do a quick screen share for you. And here we go. Okay, so tonight's call is all about Success Club, right? It is the end of the month, and I know so many of you guys have come to me and you have said, I'm just really frustrated, and I'm really reaching out to people, and I just am not hearing back from them, or, I'm getting a lot of objections, or I just slacked off at the beginning of the month and now I'm paying for it, or you're getting crickets because all of a sudden your posts and the things you used to post aren't working anymore. And so you're saying to yourself, what am I doing? So before we sort of kick off this call and we sort of talk about the things that are going on, just take a minute to do some self-evaluation. Take a minute to really evaluate how you're doing in your business and see if it's maybe being impacted by something bigger, like the bigger things that are going on in your life. So when you ask yourself these questions, when you say to yourself, why do I feel blah? Or why haven't I hit Success Club? Or why is she so much further along than me? No one is committing, or my posts are getting crickets, or why haven't I rank advanced? Or even if you've noticed that you're falling off track with your own workout, all of this has this ripple effect on our business. If we don't like the way we're feeling, it impacts our business. If we aren't happy with where our business is going, we usually see an impact in our fitness, and then we see an impact on our posts. And if you had a chance to listen to the National Wake Up Call, Becky really talked about this on that call today. She talked about how sometimes, it is really hard for her, and she was at this point where she was really unmotivated, and she had a great income, but she wasn't feeling like the leader she needed to be. And she went back to that idea of personal development and it being a key. If you are struggling with personal development, or if you are struggling with hitting Success Club, do they sometimes go hand in hand? Are you maybe slacking with the personal development and then slacking because maybe you feel like this is why my posts are getting crickets? So I wanted to share this self-evaluation chart with you tonight because I took a look at it and I was like, that makes total sense to me. When I really have been feeling kind of blah, and I went back and I said, it's really because I'm not doing my personal development. And this is something that I diligently do every day. And I started to just get out of the habit of doing it. The other thing is too, that I've noticed is that I have been really, really stressed out. And so I've noticed that it's impacted my weight because I tend to be a stress eater. And I'm going to talk about how I'm going to use that as an opportunity to market my next month and how I'm going to plan that out. But first, let's talk about some announcements that I kind of want to just discuss with you. So tomorrow night, I've noticed that there are some new coaches on our team. And so tomorrow night, I'm going to actually host a new coach call for anyone in the organization. So if you have just personally sponsored some new coaches, or if you yourself are a new coach on the team, first of all, welcome. We're very excited to have you guys here. You can pop on tomorrow. I am going to get my Zoom up and running, and I will provide that link, but it's going to be a new coach call. And basically in this call, I'm going to talk to you about really how to start your first week. So I'm going to talk to you about what that quick start is all about, what the 7-day quick start is. I'm going to talk to you about things like how to set up your EFT, what to look for in your, in your back office, the different marketing tools that you have available to you. I'm going to show you exactly how to access the Coach Training Academy. So I'm going to walk you through all of that information tomorrow night. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about your first challenge group and making sure that you're kind of on track with your upline and how you can maybe advertise that as well. So if you're a new coach, please make sure that you mark that in your calendar to be on that call at 8:15. Earlier today, I posted about my friend Kay, whose baby has craniosynostosis or tesis. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Her baby went through surgery. She is recovering. So it has been a miraculous day for her and her family. So very excited for them. We also heard, I think it was Allison and possibly Jen Sar were telling us about a family who has lost their daughter. And I just wanted to give you this information so that you have it. A lot of people in the Pittsburgh area have probably heard about this family in the news. The 6-year-old passed away after being hit by a drunk driver in the Shaler area. And so if you go to facebook.com/Ray of Hope, you can find more information about how you can help. If you want to sweat for the family, please make sure to use the hashtag, and you can actually tag Allison in the post, and she will be sure to forward the prayers and positive thoughts. Okay. Also, I just want to send a really, really quick reminder, especially if you're new on the page. So the Knockout Brigade and the team page and what it is an opportunity for us to brainstorm. It's an opportunity for us to connect. It's an opportunity for sharing ideas, asking questions. It's really a page that is devoted to the business. So I do ask that we really try to keep the posts in there very business oriented. The more that we share what's going on in our businesses, share the things that are going on, the more we're going to see our businesses grow. But you kind of have to take that opportunity to read through some of the threads. If you have questions and you're not sure where to ask them, first, I encourage you to check coachfaq.com. And if you can't find it in there, be sure to ask. questions in that page. But it's really important that, because this page is really meant to be a page for questions and answers and things that are devoted to, that the business, that is what it's for. If you want to sweat for someone, which is awesome, we love that you do it, please make sure you refer to that Every Sweat Matters calendar so that we can actually put it in the calendar. And my husband yelled at me last night about this too. So we can put it in the calendar so that Mike can put a little thread out in the evening so that we can do that. So that's just a quick reminder. All right, so let's do some quick Success Club shout outs. Megan Pinkerton, I actually just saw your post a little bit ago, and girl, you are on fire with 12 Success Club points. And guys, Lindsay and Raina, I think, is a new coach on the team too. Katie Isaac, new 3-star coach. Cynthia Lose, Sarah Potter, Clark Duncan, all at 10 points. 10 points means that these guys, when they are emerald or above, are not just earning their customer leads, they are also earning the success leads as well. So they are earning that commission right from the get-go, from the sale of Shakeology, for the sale of the Ultimate Reset and the 3-day refresh. So way to go, guys, for nailing that down. And so many people well on the way to Success Club 10 too. So way to go with this month's Success Club if you're already there. All right, so on the way to Success Club, look at these numbers. Guys, look at all these names. This is crazy. Look at all these people who are right there at 4. All those people at 3, at 2, at 1, and people who are chugging along, who are saying, Katie, I have got this. I will absolutely hit Success Club. And I have no doubt that they will do it. But that's what I wanted to sort of have this call about tonight for a couple of minutes. And that is going to be the idea of Success Club, and how to do it, and how to come down to the last 2 days of the month and say, I am making this happen. It is going to happen no matter what. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Success Club is always the cornerstone of my business. I would never ask my coaches to hit Success Club if I myself am not willing to do it. I have hit Success Club consistently month after month after month, not because I feel like it's just something I do and it's a few points or it's a bobblehead or a P90X kit, but because it's truly the one thing I know month after month after month is going to grow my business and build my business forward. It's more than just the leads. It's more than just the points. It is connected to commission. And I know that those numbers are reflective of the number of people I myself am helping every month. I am helping them achieve their goals. I am helping them, start as coaches. But those numbers are critical to really achieving your goals in the business. So that is what I really want to talk to you guys tonight about. And so tonight, I really want to hit up just 7 quick tips for you about Success Club. And so while I'm going, I want you to go into the Knockout Brigade while I have this information up. And if you want to take notes, that's fine. If you would rather just go into the KB and sort of chat in there and talk about the things that you are doing, that's fine too. But I really encourage you to soak in this information. And then because it's the 28th of the month, you're going to actually use this information and you are going to apply it. So the tip number 1 that I have, and these kind of build on one another. And my last tip that I saved is going to be about mindset. But the whole time I'm going to be talking about this and I'm going to be giving you tips, I want you to think about what you are thinking. I want you to consciously think about the things that you are telling yourself right now about Success Club. I want you to think about the way you are talking to yourself, the words you are using, and if you have counted yourself out before you've actually counted yourself in. If there were cards on the table, would you bet on yourself? That's really a key factor in all of this. And if you're not betting on yourself, why? Why? There are 2 days. There are so many things that can happen in 2 days. So I was really excited because in the last couple days, I've seen some coaches post videos in our team page, and they've just kind of been giving you really quick tips about how they're hitting Success Club and what they're doing to really just ensure that they are putting everything in their power to make Success Club happen. So one thing that I want to talk about is, okay, so new contacts, right? So we talked about, Katie, I reached out to all my follow-ups. No one's interested, or everyone's telling me next month, or, they just aren't interested right now. Now is not the time. So there's no one else left. There's no one I can possibly ask. It's just not happening this month. Wrong. Guys, there are new contacts out there. There are people watching you all the time. So one of the first things that I've noticed that sometimes coaches do when they feel sort of desperate, when they feel like they aren't really sure if they're going to hit a goal or not, is they throw, buy a challenge pack from me out without really talking about the actual challenge. So if you are throwing out there these flash sales and you're throwing out there, these pictures of Shailene doing PIO, are you actually talking about your next challenge group? So if you have not selected the date in October that your next challenge group will be, you need to do that. So maybe you're looking at it and you say, well, Katie, my next challenge group actually isn't supposed to start until the 19th. What if you do something about an early bird special? The early bird catches the worm. What if you do something where it's still a time under tension, but the early bird special is just for the coaches who order this in October? So remember that posting is indirect. It's not very personal, like when you are forming someone or you're sending them information or you're going back and forth with someone. So your invites should really be something where you are being honest with them about what they are getting. So it's explaining to them exactly what a challenge group is. You are explaining to them even things like, this is not easy. This is not a quick fix. This is not a Band-Aid. And you know what? It is okay, because you mean business now to say to them, it is not free. But you have to tell them what they're getting for their penny. And then you take those ideas and you express this invite in a personal message to your new contacts. Hey, I know that we've talked about, or I've noticed that you've liked a couple of my posts. I know that I've noticed that you're friends with this person, and she and I have talked a lot about health and fitness. Is this something that you two would be interested in? Okay, so remember too that you're setting this time under tension. So that means that you are setting the expectation for them that you are going to follow up with them quickly. And so you tell them, hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to reach out to you a little bit later this evening around 9 o'clock. Does that sound good? It's not rude. It's very professional. It sets the expectation that you are indeed going to follow up with them. Success Club tip number 2. So this is for your current contacts. If you have not already done this, write out the names of people that you are talking to, and not just in your Facebook messengers that go on and on and on forever. You really need to write out your current contacts of who you are actually working with, who you've talked to. I don't care if it was that you talked to them a year ago and you never heard back from them, or you talked to them 2 days ago. You just write down those contacts that you have. Take 20 minutes tonight. Just write it all out. And then what I want you to do is I want you to start reconnecting with them and saying to them, hey, it's been a while. You popped into my mind. I remember last year we actually talked about some of your health and fitness goals. Are you still working on those goals? People aren't going to be offended. They're going to be flattered that this long after you first talked to them, you're talking to them again. And again, so with your current contacts, those people that you're going back and forth with, you need an urgency with your deadline. You need to let them know, hey, I have 2 spots left. I really need to know today if you are interested in doing this. Let's get on the phone. I'll help you walk through the order. The confidence has to be there when you're talking about it. I know some of you right now are maybe sitting on this call and you're saying to yourself, I can't talk like that. Listen, you have to get outside your comfort zone a little bit. You have to really reach out to those contacts, and you have to be confident in what you have to offer. You and I both know that when you drink Shakeology daily, when you do your workouts daily, when you follow the fitness and the meal plans that the trainers have provided for you, your customers are going to see results. I mean, that's the bottom line. This is foolproof. Why wouldn't you be confident about that approach? Why wouldn't you be confident about how you're talking about it? When you have those contacts written down, get to work and start sending those messages. Hey, you popped into my mind. Are you still interested? I have a good opportunity. I have 2 spots left. However you want to word it. In that message or in that thread on the KB, start playing around with how you want to word it. Help one another out. Look at each other's scripts. But then if you don't if you don't send these messages, they're not going to help you. These tips aren't going to help you if you're not actually going to apply them. All right, so flash sales. Here's how I feel about them. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't love them. I think they sometimes can come off as kind of cheesy and kind of, they can kind of sound desperate sometimes. But I do believe that they have potential to work. So my suggestion to you is to do this more as a direct. And by direct, I mean that you personally message someone. You personally invite them. Hold on, I need a sip of water. You personally invite them. So something like this might work for you. Hey there, I know we've been talking a lot about your health and fitness. And I know that I wanted to let you know that I have 2 spots left in the fill in the blank challenge. As a thank you, I am sending a blank to anyone who is enrolled by blank. Would you like me to walk you through the process? Pretty straightforward, pretty much like saying like, is this what you want to do? This is what I have to offer. This is the special that you're going to get. You need to enroll by this date. You can change around the ending and say, could you let me know by this time today if you're interested? And if they say no to you, take this one step farther and say, okay, that's awesome. I have 2, it could be like a $15 gift card to Amazon. I have 2 gift cards left. Do you know anyone who might be interested in this? Or Chelsea Collective I've done before. Or just like Shakeology shaker cups. Or if you're like, I don't want to spend money, maybe you want to do something where you say, a 20-minute meal planning call. Whatever it might be, just think about how you can say that. But if you're going to do a flash sale post on your wall, maybe it's more indirect. Maybe it's more message me for details. I have a great opportunity. There's actually a great giveaway going on. I really know that it's going to, be something that a lot of people are interested on. And I only have 2. Please message me if you're interested. So think about creative ways that you can sort of talk about the potential of a flash sale. All right, so Success Club tip number 4. All right, so if you didn't check this video, you have to check this video. So Taylor was talking yesterday about how she got really anxious about how she hadn't been at Success Club. And so she decided, I am going to talk to someone. I am going to, no matter what, put my big girl pants on, and I'm going to go to the store, and I am not going to leave until I talk to someone. So she started a conversation with someone that really had nothing to do with health and fitness. It was about a table. She asked the girl, what do you think of these drawers? And the girl, just started a conversation. I like the drawers. Why do you need a desk? Well, because I work from home. Oh, what do you do from home? And it was very much just a conversation where it was back and forth with that girl. Notice though, that when you start a conversation with either a compliment or a question. So think about it. If you've ever been out before and you've just started a conversation with a mom that had nothing to do with Beachbody, or you started a conversation with someone at the store, or, someone you've never met before, if they've started talking to you, would you be like, what are you doing? Like, why are you talking to me? Or would you be like, oh, I can answer that question, or oh, that was really nice. Like, I don't know. Like, I look at it like, I think that if people are going out of their way to talk to me, there's a confidence about them. It makes me want to know more about them. It makes me want to see, to get to know them a little bit more. But it's a confidence thing, right? So if you truly are at that point where you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get Success Club, I feel stuck behind the computer, put on your shoes, put on a pair of yoga pants, put on some shake and share items, or I'm sorry, share items, your PIO shirt, and go to the store and make an attempt to talk to people. Start conversations, start them with a compliment or even a question. You know, in Taylor's case, it was like, what do you think of this desk without drawers? Remember too that confidence though is the key. And make it a game. Make it something fun. Tell yourself, I am not leaving this store until I talk to at least one more person, at least one new person. So one thing that I've done that works really well for me is I print out one of my meal plans from my blog. So I'll print out like the PIO meal plan, and it will have my blog on it. And I put it on the top part of my grocery cart. And so I'll be shopping and I'll just be buying regular things, and I will hold it in my hand and I will look at something in the shelf and I will ask someone, hey, you know, have you ever had these quinoa straws before? And or I'll ask them what they have in their cart, or I'll look at their cart and I'll say, like, what do you know about this type of fruit? Or have you had that? Or last week, you know, I bought this and it didn't taste very good. What do you use it for? I think I talked about one woman I ran into, I talked about kale. I was like, what else can I cook with kale? Can I cook kale? Like, do I throw it in a shake? And she was really, really sweet because I have this big thing of kale and I truly didn't understand what I was going to do with it. So just think about that. What can I ask? Like, hey, can I ask you a question? And your heart might sort of like thump a little bit more because you're really nervous. But once you start doing this, you're going to get more comfortable with being uncomfortable. You're going to get more comfortable with the idea of talking to people. And then you're going to always find a way to continue the conversation, whether it's that you're getting their Facebook information from them, or maybe it's that, you know, you get their cell phone from them, or you possibly have a business card. But I always want to have that control. I always want to be the one who has the opportunity to take it back to me so that I can reach out to that person and say, hey, it was really great talking to you in the grocery store. I noticed you had a couple kids. I do too. Do you want to get them together for a play date? Sounds crazy, right? But it works. It totally works. Okay. Success Club tip number 5. And this one, I am giving kudos to Mike Aline for this because she was talking about her experience with getting somebody on the phone. All right. Who here hides behind their messenger, right? Who here is like, I don't want to actually talk to someone. I'm just going to hide behind here and I'm just going to type out this little note and I'm just going to, they're going to message me back and I'll do everything through that. Guys, getting on the phone saves you so much time. And there's a couple things that we really want to take into consideration with the phone. You hear passion, right? So if you're talking on Messenger, how many times do we get a message misconstrued? We just aren't really sure what they meant by it, or their words sort of got lost in translation, or maybe you're leaving voice messages but they're typing back and you can't really tell if they're excited about it, scared about it, or they just want you to leave them alone. Getting on the phone with someone allows you to really hear the passion. I also truly, truly think that your explanation becomes clearer. People read, yes, but when you can get on the phone and you can really walk them through what a challenge pack is, what they're getting for the money, things about Shakeology that you have noticed, their concerns, you ask them, okay, so talk to me about what's going on in your mind right now. What are some things that you're worried about? What are some things that you're scared about? Let's work through those things. I also find that phone calls have become something that we just don't do a lot anymore. So I find it extremely sincere when somebody picks up the phone as opposed to just leaving a message. I have always found that to be a way for you to really see and sense that somebody really genuinely cares. The other part of it is too, is when you're on the phone with them, instead of playing this like Facebook tag with one another, you can actually walk them through the process of how they can actually sign up, whether as a coach or as a customer. You can basically be on the phone while they are walking through that process. So this is a great prompt for you. Hey, just wanted to give you a quick call about the challenge group we've been back and forth about. Hey, listen, I really want you to know, I think this is a great fit for you because, and that's just something you can say before you get on the phone and you want to ask them if it's okay. Hey, I have some free time between 4 and 5. Are you around? Let's just get on the phone real quick. I just want to make sure that I am giving you the best guidance possible. So you're giving them this reassurance that you're really there for them, that you truly want to help them get results. All right, so let's talk about Success Club tip number 6. And this is one that we had a call with another coach. Her name was Jessica. We did a call with her, and she talks about how much her business has been built on these leads. I really think that leads are just something we don't pay enough attention to, and it's something we can really work on. So Katie actually created a YouTube link. Let me see how long it is. That basically walks us through how to actually convert a order into a challenge pack. So if a customer goes on to the regular Beachbody site and is assigned to you as a coach, anytime they order, they can actually within 30 days make it a challenge pack order. So how do you do this? Contact your leads. Look at who's ordered in the last 30 days. Send them a text message or give them a phone call. If you never heard back from them via email, just send them the text message. Once you do that, and they're saying, okay, I want to give Shakeology a try, or okay, I want to, try out the program, you will have to get on the phone with customer service with that customer, and you will be able to walk them through how to actually do that. So I encourage you, if you have leads in your back office, first thing tomorrow at about 9 a.m., start sending out some text messages. Hey, wanted to let you know Pio's on sale, or I noticed that you already have your Shakeology. I don't know if you know this, but for $10 more, you can get Pio. Easy peasy, right? Okay. And this is my last tip for you of the night. Shift your mindset. Success Club is 100% doable. It is absolutely doable in the last 2 days of the month. But if you have made up your mind that you do not need to do it, you aren't going to do it. You aren't going to hit it. You really aren't. So how can we start shifting our mindset to say, you know what? I am going to do this. It means something to me. I want to be able to be successful at this. Number one, you've got to shift your mindset. You have to hold yourself accountable to someone. So that might mean in this group, in this thread, you commit and you say, I will hit Success Club 5. I will hit Success Club 10. And you have put yourself out there. So now somebody else knows that you're going to do it. It's not just you saying, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. It's not a big deal if I don't do it. It's actually that somebody else knows that you have some skin in the game. When you do that, you start showing that you do have skin in the game. All right. So the other thing is too, you have to connect these points back to your why. Your why, the reason that you're coaching, the reason that you want to help people, the reason that you want to be successful at this, whatever your goals are, and everyone's goals are different. I'm not talking about becoming a top coach in the organization. I am talking about you. I'm talking about your goals, and I'm talking about why you want to be successful. To you, success might mean that you help 10 people every month. And maybe it's not even tied to income. But what does that point mean to you? For some people, those points are directly connected to commission. They know when they earn Success Club 10, they are going to receive more commission monthly to be able to help their family do whatever it might be. But you have to be able to connect those points to your why. The second thing I really want you to take into consideration is you have to realize what direction you are taking right now. Are you going into excuse mode? Are you saying, you know what, it was a tough month. I had too much going on. The kids went back to school. Soccer practice started. I didn't do anything for the first two months. I didn't follow up. Or you go into this excuse mode. It's not a big deal. I'll do it next month. No one will care if I hit Success Club or I won't hit Success Club. I'll work double hard next month. So you start telling yourself all these excuses. And then you even start telling yourself excuses like, maybe I'm not good at this. Maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe it just doesn't matter if I hit it or not. Or you go into full desperation mode. And that's, you're posting, you are giving, all your commission back. You're doing flash sales. You're throwing pictures up of Autumn and Shailene and Sean T and everybody that nobody even knows what you're talking about. You don't connect it back to a challenge group, and it clearly is showing that it's not about helping people. It's just desperate. Or you go into what I call the third mode, and that is your no matter what mode. I remember once hearing a call from my success partner, Val, and this was one of the first things I ever heard her talk about, and I remember thinking it was one of the craziest things that I've ever heard. And she said to me, she said, Katie, I look at Success Club that if I don't hit it, it's the difference between my kids eating dinner and not eating dinner. And that first time I heard her say it, I was like, wow, that's really kind of crazy. That sounds really desperate. But her mentality, it was the mentality that if she didn't achieve it, her children wouldn't eat. And she paralleled those together, that it became no matter what. Success Club no longer became a goal. It was just a given. It was just something that had to happen in the business. And as I grew in the business, I started to see Success Club the same way. It's just something I do. I do it because I know it grows my business. I know when I do it, my coaches seem to do it. And it has that compound effect. Your mindset is the most powerful thing between you hitting this goal and not hitting this goal. The rest of it, these tips, you can apply them. When you apply them, you're going to hit it. But these tips, I mean, if you are already telling yourself, I'm going to wait till next month, it doesn't matter if I hit it, you aren't going to hit it. When you go into the no matter what mode, though, you will achieve it. You will absolutely achieve it. Okay, so does it really matter? Let's just give you a little example of why Success Club matters. And maybe money isn't what you're in it for. Maybe it really doesn't matter to you. But I keep going back to this idea of holiday cash, right? And we talked about this a little bit last year. But do you realize if you just hit Success Club 6 every month, you will have earned $830. $830 just in commissions. That is not in cycle bonuses. That's crazy. So when you say, does it matter if I achieve Success Club or if I don't achieve Success Club? Look at this chart. Do your goals matter to you? Are you willing to do today what others will not, so that tomorrow you can do what others cannot? So here's your call to action. You need to have a real come to Jesus. I got to get real with myself. Have a little pep talk. Ask yourself these questions. Am I really inviting, or do I just post? Do I read personal development, or do I read and apply personal development? There's a difference between picking up a book, hearing the words, listening to a podcast, never doing anything with it. Am I really living and seeing the benefit of the product, or am I just hiding behind my shaker cup? Do my goals really matter? And why do they matter? Do I own my goals? Because I am very honest when I tell people, if you proclaim a goal, you don't have a right to stay stagnant because you put skin in the game. And other people around you have put skin in the game. They put belief in you. So when you say, this is my goal, once you're accountable to that to other people, you cannot stay still. What's really holding me back? What is the fear that is holding you back? What is holding you back from moving forward? Is it that you're too focused on what the people around you are doing or aren't doing? Or is it that you're afraid that you might actually be successful? Are you afraid that people might judge you? Are you afraid of that no that you are absolutely going to get? You are going to get no's in this. But are you really doing what you need to do in order to be successful? So here's your call to action. I need for you to post an image in the KB committing to SC. Holding up a 5 or 10, whatever you're going for, give a little selfie and say that you are committed to 5 or 10. Connect it back to your why. Tell us why Success Club is a non-negotiable for you. Why does it matter to you? Why does it matter to you? Why are you doing it? Post that in the KB. Commit to it and keep moving forward. You know, these tips are all things that, these tips are all things that we can use, we can apply, we can talk about, but until we believe that we can actually achieve it, until we change our mindset and say, I can hit Success Club, I will hit Success Club, we will remain stagnant. We will remain in the same spot. So with 2 days left in the month, are you going to be that coach that says, I am committed to doing this? I am going to move my business forward. I will not end the month at Success Club. 4, 3, 2, 1. Who can you reach out to? Who can you talk to? Are you putting skin in the game? Guys, that's all I've got for tonight. I am going to go through the thread. I'm going to put some scripts in there. I'm going to put some tips in there. If you have commented or posted in there, I will certainly comment back. I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes or so doing that for you guys. Please make sure you share this call with your teams. Make sure that you're motivating one another, helping one another achieve those goals. I love you all. I think you're amazing. I'm so blessed to be on this team, and I hope you all have a great night. Can't wait to see who's thrown up the committed to 5 or 10. Have a great night.